you're alone at the camp, on your own thinking, on your own world. And you and I will walk into that camp. You and I are gonna meet Janet, that young little Janet at 9 years old. And we're gonna introduce us. And then you tell you that, hey Janet, this is Janet of the future. You're gonna tell her something about your journey, her journey that she's gonna experience in the future. So what is that you would tell?
I think it's gratitude for that early moment that allowed me to live in the world, radiating a sense of unconditional self-love for others to embrace. And then I left that legacy.
From your hometown to the UK, the moment you landed up, and get out of the airport, Pinky now gonna stop that young Pinky and tell her what she needs to do. Some advice that you wanna tell her about her future, about the journey that she's gonna have ahead of her. What is that the Pinky will tell that young one?
I would tell her, follow your dreams and don't be afraid of failure, and that be yourself. So follow your dreams, think big, because if you don't think of something different, you're never going to do something. And really, really have people in your life that are meaningful and good. So I think what's helped me most is my own kind of wish to do something good, but it's the people who are absolutely vital for us, because I think, if you don't have enough people who can give you the energy, give you the hope, believe in you, life is tough. So I think, a lot of people have women's network, men. I'm very lucky. I have enough men and women in my life who inspire me. So people say, a lot of people, I'm very sad to hear this, but in the last week, 3 people have emailed me to say there's misogyny in the companies they work, where the men ignore them. And one woman who's in construction, who was 23, said somebody who's younger than her and not qualified was being paid 30% more than her. And she said she's not, the men have their own little cliques and they go out together for the pub and they go for what. She said the women, a lot of them feel very marginalized. So that's going to happen in people's life, but find something that you can find people who will help you on that journey. So when you have that minute, you want to still believe. You don't want to give up and be depressed and, leave that. Just carry on, because you never know. I'll say this with my age, you never know which door will open. Sometimes it's the most unlikely one.
Think big, having people in life, and then support one another.
Well, that's interesting, because I will tell her that she will be able to lose the fear to interact with other people, like that fear of, what are other people thinking, or others. Tell her, like, no, you're gonna lose that fear. Sometimes it might not be easy, but it is by getting out there and talking to people and realize that there's a lot of people that are either just like her, or that think that are thinking same things, or that she could learn a lot from. I think that just that girl, that there could be many possibilities, and even no matter the age, that even if she thinks that by 20 something she has to have things figured out, it's like, no, life is gonna be a constant journey of learning and embracing and setting, you set your own limitations. And I think that she will be able to kind of surpass her own imagination on the possibilities that are out there. So yeah, certainly I will tell her that.
And what would she say to you?
I think she will trust me. She'll say, like, okay, all right, that sounds, I don't know how, but and that part of losing the fear is like, okay, no, that's interesting. So I think she will believe. It's just not see the full picture, but I think she will believe the future me.
So that question is, if I can travel time with you to when you stay with your brother at your grandparents' home, okay, you, me, seeing your little self there, and you're gonna tell that little Morag about the future works, the journey that she is going to have. And if there's one piece of advice that you are going to give to that little Morag, what is that one piece that you're going to share with her?
Well, heck, you're going to make me cry. The advice is, it's going to be all right. And that question reminded me of a day when I was writing The Future-Proof Workplace, and I was on my way to meet Dr. Linda Sharkey, my co-author. And before I'd left, Matthew, my middle son, had a conversation with me where he was worried about messing it up. And I said, what? And he goes, life. And I remember sitting there at the airport, and so, you know, I'm in my 40s probably at this point. Yeah, it must have been mid to late 40s. So not fresh out the box little girl living at my grandparents' house. But I remember sitting there thinking, oh my God, can I really write this book? Dr. Linda Sharkey, she's a big deal. She ran leadership development with Jack Welch at Crotonville. And then I got to the day with Linda as we outlined the book, and there she is. She's 20 years ahead of me in her career. And at the end of the day, she goes, do you think it'll be any good? So that's why going back to the little me and saying it's going to be all right, you can't mess this up, is so important, because we're all carrying the what ifs. And much like you said, the leaders who are saying, what if I'd written my book? You know what? Write your book. Do it. Half do it, but do it. Because we've got nothing to lose other than, you know what? I don't want to write another book, or I don't want to finish the book. Great, you started. I don't want to move to America. What if I move and it goes wrong? I had the adventure. Take the risk. You get one life. Live it all in, all on. And I'm still learning to do it. But that's the advice I wish I'd known sooner. Take more informed risk. Go faster. Be bolder. Seize the moment. That's the advice for that little girl who's trying to colour within the lines.
Go with me onto that bus. The bus that 7 years old Ulla, and you know, say goodbye to mom, and then went to then, you know, hop into that bus and get into the audition. They were assuming that you and I are gonna sit there and you talk to that little Ulla. Alright, you say, I'm Ulla. Years later. And this is the message that I'm telling you about our world in the future, the work we are doing. If there's one advice or one thing that you want to tell her, what would that message be?
I would just hold her and I would tell her, believe in yourself. And that's such a beautiful question. I think that's also, you are giving another tip for all the listeners. That's a really important question for all of us. And I would really say, keep following your heart, and it's going to be okay. No matter what, it's going to be okay. And because throughout the journey between then and now, there have been so many moments where I haven't believed in myself and I felt not enough or whatever else it has been. So I would just plant into her that you are never alone. You are always guided. You are always supported, even if it doesn't feel like it. You are always loved, and you don't need to deserve that love in any way or form. You are loved just as you are.
So you and me now travel time together to see your parents back then, and probably they have yet having you back then also, okay? And then you are going to tell them that you are their daughter, and then you are going to tell them that about your amazing journey ahead of time. And what would you tell them?
That's such a powerful question. I get emotional even thinking about it. And I would simply say, thank you. because I would not be here without everything that they'd done for me, all of the sacrifice. They've left their family behind. And it was a different time. We don't have back in the 80s when they moved here, they didn't have the instant connectivity that the internet affords. It was long distance calls and letters. And so I would simply say thank you.
And you have something to tell the little girl about the world, about herself in the future, something that you can help her to see differently. So what is that you are going to talk to that little Liz back then, and why?
My thing is, I would have said to myself, believe in yourself because you are worth it. Because everyone else said that I wasn't worth it.
And imagine if she understood what will she say to you.
Yeah, if it was me back in that time, I would have believed her, because nothing was positive about me, and I always held on to positive.
On that particular day, you and I now get into your room. Okay, and you're gonna tell that young Fyiona about her future, some piece of wisdom that you want to share with her about the journey that she's gonna have ahead. What is that now Fyiona is gonna tell then Fyiona?
Wow, there's so much that I would want to share with her. And I think most importantly, I want to share with her that she's enough. She is an amazing person going through tough times, being bullied in school, but that is not a reflection about her as a being. And to embrace even the tough times, because from all these adversities and challenges, this is how she will grow. And with this lived experiences that she will share with others, she's able to also help others feel that they're not alone. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just embracing self-love. This is something that a lot of us probably don't really have. You know, we always feel that we're not good enough, we need to do more. And I think I would just tell her, you're great who you are right now, and just believe in yourself and love yourself, because you will make such a huge difference in a lot of people's lives.
Wow.